There's a 10-second difference. Shot clock to game clock. We're winding down in the first half here in Atlanta. They call out a play from the sideline. Fears communicates with his teammates with 14 to shoot. He's watched by Denver Jones. High screens Apawa.
Nice little back screen.
Akins hard drive. He got bumped and he banks it through. 62-48 Auburn. We're going to hit 4 minutes to play. Screen from Kohler, a good one. Akins curls in, ready, and finishes. To Baker Mazzara. Aggressive play, but he couldn't finish it. Akins the push the other way. Akins taking it strong with the offhand.
Como adulation there.
1 out of 2 actually helped his percentage. 2:22 to go.
See how they front beautifully in that low post area? Switch back.
Akins, big cut, next for 3.
Gotta go quick.
1:05 to play.
Look at this guy move his feet.
Akins, he hits from down. And then overcompensated and misses them both.
Nice cut.
We're down to 14 seconds left. Akins, it goes in and died at the rim.
Clock situation. Right away, you gotta love the pace and the energy that the Rebels are playing with.
They get into you. Very tough-minded.
Michigan State making its 20th Sweet 16 appearance, second in the last 3 years.
And they switch everything on the perimeter, which takes you out of your action.
Which is why you need that dribble drive, I think. A little late again here.
Small against big. Akins makes his move, floats it up and in.
How about that, taking advantage of the big on the swing? Recovered.
There's a 9-second difference. Shot clock to game clock. We're winding down in this first half in Atlanta. Catching fire. Akins got him. Wow. There's know where your head is at based on the year of your reference.
I would have said Messi, but he converts passes.
48-42, Ole Miss. Fears. They stick with him out front. Akins now with 15 to shoot. Richardson has got the big on the outside. 8 to shoot. Akins hard drive and a finish.
And they kept post up. Julia shot.
50-47 Ole Miss. We hit 8:22 to play in the second half. Akins using the screen. Scoops it up. And that was crafty. In the Big Ten tournament by Wisconsin.
And Raph, Michigan State's made an adjustment. They're running their screen and rolls now. High screen and rolls as opposed to the side. And have had great success.
Really lucky there.
Chizulo was going for the steal. Akins now with 12 to shoot. 1:32 on the game clock.
Gotta go.
The senior. Akins goes to work. The drive. And he gets the roll.
Going right.
Michigan State.
One of the craziest plays of the season of any team. Dent misses underneath. Holloman quickly. Akins to the rack, lays it in.
2 times so far. And only 4 fast break points for Michigan State.
Inbound to Holloman.
Just pressure on the outside. You would think somebody would be able to get some room on a cut.
Backdoor cut. Beautiful maneuver.
Ball over, not giving up fast break points.
But beautiful. Beat inside, and Apawa able to get to Washington. Akins moving quickly. Boy, in the blink of an eye.
Chin it up a whole bunch. Backdoor cut.
Or beautiful slick. Dent. Excellent recovery to make him change the shot. Holloman coming over. Up top. Akins. In the field. Stumbling. Borovicinen. 3 seconds. Will fire. Back rim. Missed it.
Watch for the delayed break right now.
Here comes Akins. All the way to the rack.
He thought he could make that. Oh, just ran that ball up defensively just then by Fears.
Akins. Bang!
It's then his shot to make or miss. He's in control. A beautiful finish just then against the glass.
5 ties, 3 lead changes. And it's getting tighter here in Cleveland.
Nothing going to the post with Cooper. He'll set a screen out front.
Holloman looking for a seam. Akins, 3 to shoot. He's got a fire. And he buries it.
Nice kick out.
Here's pin zone, their leading scorer. Soft touch. Offensive rebound, Mitchell. And the rip by Zapawa.
He was going against 1 versus 2.5 Michigan State players.
Akins dials it up from deep.
Really give you a target.
Richardson doesn't get the bounce. Kohler, elite rebounder. And then it's Akins from deep.
And how about the
Bulldogs now 5 of 18 from distance.
maybe a little too much distance on a couple of these shots. And try to get back into a game down 14.
Do you have the patience to chip away?
Well, at the 8-minute mark and a little bit, maybe 9-minute mark when they took those 2 shots.
Akins slithering inside. Smart here in Cleveland.
Need I say raising the roof?
I see what you did there.
I see what he did there.
Coming with
10-4.
Tough shot, under duress.
Tanjay misses on his first 3-point attempt. Didn't miss in the quarterfinals. Early, Akins, bottom. Michigan State.
It's a ball movement. They get it side to side. They're big, knocking it down.
Fifth-year senior is having the time of his life. Become a very important role player for the Badgers. He's got 10 points.
It's high percentage, 34 for him.
Double shake and bake. Akins contact, hangs and hits, plus the foul.
Hanging and off the window.
Well, that's a tough shot right there. Richardson seemed to have a hand on the ball.
Kohler to the floor. It was deflected, no backcourt violation.
Nice job defensively switching, keeping Jace from that opportunity. Brandon Angel coming out big.
Jaden Akins, the high floater with the touch.
But Booker, Wombo getting downhill in Oregon. All of a sudden find themselves ahead.
For the first time.
Yeah.
Jeremy Fears probing. Glances at the clock. Gives it up. Kohler has the mismatch with Shellstad, but they can't get it to him. Now Akins the 3. He buries it. Evans not afraid to take a 3 on occasion. Goes in on Booker. Well defended.
Wasn't a bad move, just not a good finish.
Backdoor. Akins lays it in.
Well, that action where Fear, the stars that we expected to shine.
Ooh, there we go. Akins throws it down.
Drop back.
Richardson went down, maybe slipped. It leaves Tracy open, and a couple more players slip down under the hoop.
Michigan State and Jeremy Fears Jr. intelligently slows it down to set up a play, eat up some of this clock.
Michigan State team does not have a top 30 scorer in the league on the.
Bone does a great job screening and slipping. Look at the help.
Kohler, he got a piece, turnover. Get it ahead, Akins, spot a 3. Thursday night, digging at the ball, Donaldson clears, bullet feed, it was risky, turnover. Not a good look. No look up the floor, back to back. Yes, sir, it's Akins. Clock down to 3, Holloman swing it. Akins can't hit, another offensive rebound and a reload. Akins keeps on firing. Why not? Missouri Valley Championship is coming up here on CBS. Automatic bid into the NCAA tournament on the line.
You got it over half court. Concerned about a backcourt violation. No timeout.
Holloman, screen from Zapawa. A minute and a half to go. Akins. Switch. Over Cheddar. Count it.
A good driver, 66% on the year from 2. Right there, showing off some athleticism and agility at the rim.
Hawkeye fans standing and applauding one of the best halves of basketball this season for Iowa. On the drive, Akins. Tom Izzo sent down there. Akins, the three will fall. Jaden Akins. Defense extends for Iowa. Here's Akins on the drive inside. Count it. And the foul on Bronze. That's exactly. Sanford to Dix. In the corner, Peyton Sanford rebounded by Carr.
Peyton Sanford just searching for those makes from three. Got a good look. You lose him for just a second with that quick release. He's getting it up.
0 for 4 tonight from three. 2 for his last 19. Akins will launch, and he'll hit. And the Spartans within
15 feet.
And I think he saw Sanford cut out of the corner of his
last
eye.
minute.
Spartans by 3. Akins launches and hits.
There's just been a couple.
Traore cuts it to a 10-point game.
Well, Michigan State going to have to pass and catch. Iowa putting a little bit of game pressure on, and this has been a little bit dicey breaking the press.
Akins able to break it, goes all the way to the rim for an easy 2.
It was dicey.
This patience is great underneath.
Holloman on the 3, fight for. Look at Kohler all over the place. And then it's Akins. Blackwell, and he's got the answer for the Badgers.
And a great way to answer, putting it on the floor, too. Don't settle on the road for a quick three-pointer or a long shot.
Blackwell's their second high scorer. Akins catching.
Just then. Watch the high screens.
Holloman defended by McGee, who's back onto the floor after a brief rest for Greg Gard. Holloman poked away by Tonje, gets it back. Underneath, Akins left open.
Try to drive it towards the basket. Another kick out. Here we go again.
Akins follows his own miss and cleans up the mess. Conference. This is McGee.
Well, score with the defense that's being played right now. I just said that they go up and down and they score more points. We may have a game in the 60s this afternoon. We're at 30-29. You double that, it's right around 60 apiece.
Wisconsin is now 2 of 15 from the three-point line. Akins going to get him reset.
Got to get something going towards the basket. Break the big guy down.
Akins, breakout game so far. 3 threes, steps back and rattles in it again. Good run. I think Jeffrey wanted to look.
Oh, that's a
tough pass deflected. Gilmore.
Nice
turn off.
Akins
ahead of the pack, and he drops the hammer.
Akins with his shiny pink shoes with the floater. His first back.
It's Apollo with a big one. Miguel right back the other way. That's where he's been most successful at getting to the rim.
Now the pace starting to pick up. And a big triple by Jaden.
The mid-range 2. Here's a run out for Michigan. That's a little bit short for Ronnie Gale. And here comes the run game for the Spartans. Holloman the drop-off. Akins bags the 3.
I love that he get that zone moving. Nice action.
Wolf. Wow. How do you leave him alone? You dodge one.
Rolling the place. Hard to guard.
Akins swooping in. That's the Wolf and better offense.
My high school girlfriend with Chris Kramer's face superimposed on the bottom. Tremendous stuff from the Assembly Hall crowd.
Let's humble.
Here's a drive from Akins, and he shuttles it in.
Michigan State has done the job on Michigan's guards. Outside of Damari Burnett, they've shut the water off on everybody.
That was Richardson that time. Akins spikes it.
Braden Smith just always exactly where he wants to be, but this time he turns it over. Averaging 3 turnovers per game. Dangerous pass finds Akins.
Jaden Akins is at his... The letdown of those is just...
It's like a dagger to the heart.
Every arena you go to, it's the same reaction. Devastation.
They'll get some more McFree throws. Akins back the other way. Zapawa set the screen. Long 2. Pure.
Got the matchup he liked there.
Around fighting through the contact. That is absurd.
Oh my God, he is so strong down there. Didn't take a dribble, just powered his way right up through two defenders.
13th 20-point game of the season. He's got 22 tonight. Akins, baseline drive. Kaufman right, came on the help, it didn't matter. Akins.
56-54. Field. Probing. Akins. 18-footer. Count it.
Below or about the free throw line. Those post passes are in closed space, so they're going to have to be very careful with those entry passes.
2-point game. Baseline. Akins. Reverse layup and walks it up the floor. Xavier Booker is checked in, number 34 for Michigan State. Big fella. Akins has had the hot hand last few trips down. Driving to the hole and in again.
Here comes Spears. Happy to put his foot on the gas.
Good D.
Kohler, another offensive rebound. Akins, another three.
There it goes.
Jump and a swat from Kohler.
Whoa. It's a tough shot. He didn't have his foot right there.
Hoosiers. 1-3 from 3. Look at that quick step. Akins pulls it back out.
A little travel there.
Akins, the captain, ready to the basket. Renew with the last two baskets. Fiddler rebound.
Might have had Goody on that backside there, but nonetheless, a good little move there.
Here's accelerated. Didn't find any opening. Akins. And he gets two.
The basket. That's a miscommunication here. It is loud. Yeah, that pass right there is a little over the top.
Ball back to Holloman. Last 5 games at home, he's hit double figures. Nowhere near tonight. Michigan State doesn't have a single player up in that range. Good look to Carr. Akins, open three. Yes.
It's a big three. Big three.
Galloway gets all the way there.
He did a great job of sealing himself with his body. Drove right at the big at Cooper, put his shoulder into his chest, created some separation. Great finish using his body by Galloway.
Indiana's largest lead this half was 9. Lead now at 6. Akins. Almost another turnover.
Michigan State has to get it together here.
Up and in. Lead is 2.
You should have gotten that basketball, number 7 in black.
Shellstad, top of the arc. Long rebound to Carr.
But the Michigan State's got to speed this game up. This game right now is being played at an Oregon Duck pace.
Well, you can tell they miss Jeremy Fears Jr., their freshman point guard. 18 feet. Maybe that will get Jaden Akins going. All right, so that's now an 8-0 run.
There's that full court pressure again.
They get it across, and Holloman will settle him down.
The reaction by the Oregon Ducks to get set has been impressive here this afternoon.
It's been a quiet day for this man, Jaden Akins. Their leading scorer only has 3 points. He doubled it right there.
Well, we saw him make a foul shot, got a chance to see it go through, and if he can start to knock down his 3 in his mid-range, Michigan State can get. Michigan State's got a chance to win this game.
Fader, and he got it to go.
That's really good defense by Cohen Carr, but the extra arc by Tracy, good D, even better shot.
Senior transfer quiets the crowd for the moment. Wow. Up and under for Jaden Akins.
More from Florida, came from Oklahoma State at 21 in the win over Oregon the other day.
I mentioned UCLA lacks size, but Eric Daly has an advantage on the opposite end where he could be a little more skilled and take Michigan State's bigs off the dribble.
Always a tough matchup for teams.
Yeah, for sure.
Swing of the basketball, Michigan State. There's the high screen and roll. Akins all the way to the hoop. Right down broad to the rim, and here come the Spartans. Akins, solo, got a piece. And the 3. Jaden, the board. You look to the guards to create.
Well, they have an advantage with their bigs, with Sapaev, and I think he may have to be a little more aggressive in the post, to get some easy baskets in the paint.
It was Fears and Akins, this man, who took over. Jeremy Fears running the show. Trying to get Akins the ball off the screen. Does. Over Johnson. Got it. Set up. Dillon on the run. Creating contact. Up top the block by Akins. Jaden trying to finish at the other end. Doesn't get the call. Does get the bucket. Akins. Contact. Bilodeau hit the deck. No call. So, crush shot clock for Michigan State. Fears calling out what they want to do offensively. Jaden, first step. High, off the back. Great finish.
Today, and giving SC good minutes. Michigan State has not led in this first half. Akins.
State fans over there, they probably not.
He tried. I saw an arm. Good to see him pop up. Fears. Now Akins. And he scores through. Fiddler. Pump. Kohler offensive board. And now he gets it out to Fears. Akins hits the corner three. Traffic and spins it in.
Really
8 points all in the second half for Thomas.
Just a really good drive by St. Thomas going downhill to his left.
Akins fading to Fears to get it in. Holloman needs the quick three. And it goes in and out.
A quick good decisions, but Minnesota, a team that's in the 350s in tempo. They'll take open shots in the open floor, but they want to put this thing in the freezer and keep Michigan State out of transition.
Mid-range pull-up. Akins, the top scorer with 2. It's on Mike Mitchell.
You get beat off the bounce. Tom Izzo isn't going to like that, but he's certainly not going to like the help being so late that it never gets to stop Mike Mitchell before he gets to the rim.
Seemingly each one of these Spartans looking to pass first. Not Akins, and he needed that.
Minnesota with a little bit of momentum here.
Just saw Dawson Garcia. 14 points, has come alive here in the second half, has made over half his shots as well. Seven to shoot. Akins, back door. Oh, pretty reverse.
Nice cut there by Akins.
Osama comes out. Deficit now 13.
Jeremy Fears just broke that press by himself.
Holloman had Osama. Had Zapawa in there for a moment. Now finds Kohler. 5 to shoot. Akins. 3.
And Akins did a great job.
The roll. Swept out of there by Bailey. Oh, tough pass. Sturkak gave it up. Akins lay-in goes.
Right, and they at the corner jumper. Pretty play.
And that's grand shot. That's why they have him in there, to make those corner threes. His athleticism and his corner threes.
Rutgers cuts it to 2. Fears gives up his dribble.
Nice show by Summerlin in recovery, too.
Remember, Rutgers is trying to keep these guards out of the paint. Every possession you see where they don't touch the paint, it's a success for Rutgers.
Akins against the big Somerville. Akins tosses it up, and in the challenge. Drives in. Williams, layup, doesn't go. Rebounded by Zapala. Holloman flicks it. Nice ball fake. Swing, corner, Akins, bullseye. It's a 3.
Lee trying to turn the corner against Akins. Akins right up into his chest. Just sensational defense. 6-point game as we come up on the final 6 before the intermission.
Boy, not much happening in the transition game thus far.
for Michigan State. Credit Illinois for getting back well.
Akins off balance. Circus shot.
Asking him, did you foul it? Because it looked like incidental contact, but the officials deemed that there was a grab, and he'll be watching for a while, I would expect, with the 4 personal fouls now.
Well, they got by without him in the first half, but now things getting tight. Akins. And it's a 1-point Michigan State lead. And that tension rises here in East Lansing.
Well, it's been rising all day, particularly here in the last 8 minutes.
What a game this has been. What a shot.
Protectors in this league.
Here's Akins, step back 3, rattles off. Cooper with the rebound. Back it goes to Akins. He'll try again. Second time's the try.
Last couple of games, Michigan State is going to be in the gaps and stop and dribble drives just like that. Coming over to help.
As you speak of it, Akins to the other end. Who like Dunn from 3.
He likes the matchup too, just coming off that ball screen. There's no one there. Defenders behind DeMarco Dunn. He has been tremendous.
Best game of the season, 18 points and counting for Dunn. Open 3 in the corner. Good find, and Akins gets the roll. Go out of his hands. Conan Niederhauser scoops it up. Baldwin's 3, a little strong. He had to shoot. That shot clock winding down, and Cooper will clear it out.
How about the recovery, though, by Fiddler? He got beat on that back cut. Dillion looked like he could have a layup.
And Akins with a 3. Free throws. Ball taken away. Akins with a steal. Akins to the other end with a finger roll. Guy at the line to get bricking for chicken going here in consecutive free throw misses. 4-point game.
This is going to take the game clock down to 28 seconds or so. It's a 2-possession game. That's really not lengthening the game here.
Akins, 3 to shoot.
Empty side corner, and they're able to get themselves in a pick and roll situation. But once again, they're not floating to the 3-point line, Gus. They're going to play within the arc and force Michigan State to have to guard them therein.
Martinelli with all 6 points now for Northwestern. Akins on the hop, hangs in the air and rattles it down. Need to get to the basket.
NBA athleticism at its best.
Baseline jump shot. Off the mark for Leach. Rebounded. And here come the Spartans. Richardson. Quick release. Akins, and that's good.
Not taller at 7 foot, so Fiddler had to extend it, initiate the contact, and then finish.
Frankie Fiddler, 6'7", from Bellevue, Nebraska, transferred from Omaha. Baseline, and it's good. Timeout.
He has tremendous success. 3 straight NCAA tournaments, 2 at Montana State, and last year at Utah State. So he's the right guy for the job.
Michigan State taking a lot of... Court right, spinning on Cooper. Cannot connect, though, on the reverse. Washington is 0 of 7 from the floor. Akins right to the rim.
Quickly, Jace Richardson got to DJ to take him off that shot.
And then he just ripped it away. Up ahead, Akins. My, oh my, the lead is home. And here he is with him again. It is right? 3rd school for each of them.
Well, he's continued to develop under his tutelage. Last year at Utah State, developed into the Mountain West Player of the Year. And so, hey, if I'm going to continue to grow and expand my game that would potentially give me opportunities beyond college, I'm staying with the guy who I started with, and that's Danny Sprinkle.
Yeah, they've got a tremendous rapport and relationship, those two. Wild off-balance shot, but to Ellis, Notre Dame days.
I didn't shoot free throws that well.
We're praying for your Irish, by the way, but
yeah, we were down.
You know, this is Big Ten Network. Got a full pull for Penn State. I'm sorry about that part.
I understand.
Mid-range
just playing free.
And here he takes it away. Akins throwing it down. Court right downtown. Washington still has not hit a 3 tonight. They're 0 of 8. Boy, Fears so quick.
Yes. He's got a mismatch here. Open up the floor and let him drive.
Gives it up.
We'll come back to that.
He attacks. He finds Akins. 3 more for Jaden Akins. Diallo short on the 18-footer. Akins has 18 tonight. Correction, he's got 20.
Holliman. .13 to shoot. Akins. 6 to shoot. Holliman backs it up, looking. Akins got to hurry. Step back 3. Boom. Woo. There. Here's a close move. Draws a huge double team. Knocked out of his hands. Akins picks it up. Akins gas. Richardson on the wing. Akins double clutch off the glass. And go. Michigan State is led by as many as 14. Holliman. Now Akins off a screen and knocks down mid-range. He's got 13. And here come the fans once again. But Michigan State has been resilient. Akins, 8 to shoot. Akins, hard drive, scoop shot, up and in.
Akins was still on the Michigan State staff. Loose ball, corralled by Fiddler. Now they can run. Speaking of Akins, up to Richardson. Couldn't quite corral it. Akins, the leading scorer, 13 points per game. There's his first bucket. In the corner, nice looking jump shot there from Siri Lewis, and all of a sudden Western Michigan within 1 possession.
This is a Western Michigan team. We have to remind people they had a double-digit lead over Valpo and end up losing. Michigan struggles to get into their offense when he's not on the floor.
Took it himself there. Akins on the pull-up. No hesitation for Jaden. Michigan. And they're able to get another late shot clock bucket. Max Burton this time.
Max Burton is pulling at his jersey, meaning that he needs to come out. Not sure Michigan State saw it.
Akins, quick pull-up. Such a mid-range. Lobsinger, who couldn't find his range from deep in that first half, hit the last bucket. Likes that fadeaway. One of his signature shots. Came up short that time. Akins, same spot. Different result for him here. Munsu got him rolling early with those threes. Michigan State really tightening up defensively. Akins all the way to the rim, right past.
Here, but has really struggled over the last 2. Only 2 for 9 from 3, and he's going to have to be able to knock him down to get a win here.
Akins on.
Neither of those happened, and that is a huge loss for the Owls.
Trey Carroll comes on the floor. The deal with Zapala's size. Akins has it. His long 2 is good. Evans into the corner. Venterpool, an air ball. Off go the Spartans. Akins in transition. Akins lays it up and in. Wing 3, no good again. Just not falling for FAU. Nice tip pass to himself. Akins on the drive. Beautiful English.
This game.
Richardson using the screener. Akins for 3 from the wing. Answers. Carroll.
He's got such soft touch around the rim.
Carr thought about it for a moment. Smartly pushed it away. Booker still the only player that has not scored that has touched the floor for Michigan State. Akins, his jumper from the elbow rattles home.
Gase Richardson with the teardrop, too strong. Booker tips it out and gets the offensive board. Akins will pull it, got it. And getting all the way there, Alan Makuba, graduate student from Belgium. Coach told us he could be a tight end in the NFL one day.
I'm not going to argue with that either.
Loose ball. back-to-back threes for Akins. Good rebound by Cohen Carr, an extra chance for the Spartans. Akins hanging, takes the bump and finishes. Closed out on him. Cole, 1 second on the shot clock, had it blocked. Up and under, what a move for Jaden Akins.
Be around with the same team, that helps.
Jump in the passing lane. Here's Richardson. Look out below, Akins!
Hardy rotating back. Nice job by Zapalo holding that screen, Chris. That extra half a beat, then roll to the rim.
Good start for Michigan State, forcing 2 takeaways on the defensive end of the floor their last 2 trips. Trying to cash that into some offense here, and Jaden Akins has given Nebraska some good looks inside.
I tell you what, they better save him a seat on the bus if he keeps playing like this, because both ends of the floor, he has provided a huge lift here in the first half for Nebraska.
Jeremy Fears has 3 early assists in the game for Michigan State, now 4. And Akins drains instead to Kohler and out to Akins. Looked online, loose ball up for grabs at the free throw line. I didn't see who got it. Sean, who was it?
That would be Jackson Kohler.
And Akins buries the gets it back, throws it up to Morgan. Pulled off the rim by Cooper.
Morgan might have been better suited to come down with that and go up with 2 hands.
Akins for 3. The rim. Akins in the face of a CJ.
Kelly bulldog him.
To Mitchell now in the corner. Rigsby, corner 3. So 2 shots, 2 missed threes to begin the night for Minnesota. Back come the Spartans. Michigan State averaging around 81 points per game.
Jeremy Fears Jr. has been really good at pushing the rock for the Spartans club. But you've got to get him in space where he can create.
Another missed 3. Gophers 2 of 9 so far from beyond the arc. Off the missed shot. Akins answers. And Ben Johnson at the line.
And for a team that is a low possession approach, Corey, like the Minnesota Gophers, you got to nail those free throws. They've got to get better at that. They have such a small margin of error. And if you give up those free opportunities, you're burying yourself.
Akins, that opened up. And Akins, the coach.
And I believe that will be the highest degree of difficult shot with that North Carolina's taken already. It looked as though Lubin was behind the backboard getting that one to go.
The Tar Heels now 1 of 10 here to get this game started. Akins. Nice soft touch.
Davis challenged his bigs once again at halftime to give him more production on the interior. Jalen Withers with the bucket early.
What a collision at the top of the circle. Trimble getting his hand in the passing lane. Down to 5 seconds to shoot. Akins trying to make something happen, and he does. That was beautiful. That thought. I mean, you're looking at UConn and Dayton, 2 teams that, by virtue of the final scores, played well enough to be in a championship appearance here in Maui, but playing for 7th place. That's just another example of how strong the field was this year.
Absolutely. You think about the 2 heavyweights playing in this 3rd place game right now, and the way this intensity has picked up from the Tar Heels defensively, spearheaded by Elliot Cadeau here in the second half.
Inside out dribble. That was nice by Akins. Bounce pass underneath. Cadeau couldn't handle it. Holloman able to knock it loose. Sends it ahead to Akins. Hop, skip, jumps his way to the rim.
Absolutely had it on the Drake Powell corner 3.
Hard screen set by Cooper, and then a hard finish.
Back-to-back baskets. However, can the Tar Heels get the job done defensively as Ian Jackson loses a shoe?
14 points for Jackson, just one shoe on at the moment. And a fifth.
Winner Chaminade back in the 1995 Maui Invitational. Here's to Akins, the senior, at the switch. Fiddler gives it right back to Akins. The lefty into the paint, knocks down the floater. It's a one-point game.
Usually, you have to sit on that left hand.
The personal went on Dane Danger, his first. Cooper in off the bench for Zapawa. Akins knocks it down. During the UConn game yesterday. 8-0 run right now for the Tigers. Danger has returned for Memphis, playing with a couple of fouls. The Spartans have missed their last 5 shots from the field. Kohler. Cross court, Akins hits the 3. And Michigan State. Haggerty over the outstretched arm of Akins, and Kohler down with the board. Holloman always with a bounce in his step. Big time energy guy. He and Fears splitting time at the point. Now Akins. Haggerty caught behind him, and Akins all the way to the rim. Now Okoji off balance, left it short, and Zapawa down with it for Michigan State. They're looking to get something in transition, but Memphis gets back. Danger knocks it away. Loose ball to Zapawa.
Jaden Akins has to get involved in this offense.
Fears surrounded. Fiddler. Akins. It goes. Breakers have come out hot.
Bekimovsky can really stretch the floor. He was an outstanding three-point shooter at Washington State. Played 3 seasons there before transferring.
The scoop is up and in for 8. Earlier today, 99-97. Lob inside, taken away.
Good job by Zapawa to run the floor.
Akins behind the back, stops on a dime and knocks it down.
They're not going east-west. They're going north-south. They're getting downhill. It's creating opportunity.
And this is stolen away. Now Michigan State on the run. Akins at the basket. Gets it home.
The rest of the team to me.
Three-pointer in the air. That is long from Lucas Walls.
Tell you what, I like Lucas Walls. He goes after it. No hesitation whatsoever.
Akins, speaking of going after it. For depth with the amount of time guys they've been able to roll into the lineup. A 13-2 Michigan State run. This is stolen away. Akins slams it home. Jones, tough 3. Off the mark. 3 Spartans fighting for the rebound. It is secured by Shimon Zapawa. And the first lead for Michigan State. Akins wants a 3. Akins throws it. Now a 19-2 run and a steal to go along with it. Jace Richardson is on the run. Richardson flips it out to three-point land, but attacking the basket are the... Akins content to let that basketball bounce and take his time to set things up offensively over to Holloman.
They got to attack this matchup zone. They just can't go east-west with the basketball. There you go.
Fiddler thought about a 3. Instead, kicks it to the other side of the court. Akins with it. Floater goes.
Bucky McMillan trying to get some fresh legs in here to apply a little bit more pressure. Good job by Akins keeping his head up, advancing the basketball.
Now Richardson comes to get it. Gives it up to Holloman. Akins, and the man calling for the basketball is Jackson Kohler. Now rotating things to the other side. It's Richardson over to Holloman. Now a three-point look in the air and down from Jaden. And it's taken away by Trey Holloman. Richardson inside, Jackson Kohler. Kohler, cross court, great pass, better shot, knocked down. Really enjoyed watching Zach Edey play in the NBA as well. I know there were some questions about how that would look, but it's been enjoyable. He gave Anthony Davis all he could handle. Now Michigan State, fast break on the press and a fast finish. Taking enough space. Lucas Walls now kicks it to the other side of the court. That three is off the mark, and Akins rising for the board.
Brownell had a good look. That one dropped. It's a little interesting. Now Michigan State doing a good job of milking this clock a little bit.
Holloman gets the defender and Ryland Jones off of him, and now attacking the basket and finishing it is Jaden.
Tom Izzo talked about the speed and quickness of these Bowling Green guards. They're going to have their hands full. Very unique Falcons ball club that loves to shoot the three, space you out, beat you off the deck.
Hard to scout with so many newcomers.
Yes, yes. You know, that's kind of a current theme around the country, though, with so many transfers.
Akins
Simon, a homecoming for him. Fowler, Michigan, has a ton of respect for this program and Tom Izzo.
And grew up a Michigan State fan. As Akins from the free throw line hits.
And he has given up his body on the defensive end.
Stephen Bardo, sharp as ever. I'm Jack Kaiser. Glad to have you with us in East Lansing. Seven to shoot. High screen for Kohler. Akins hits off the pull-up.
Fourth, if you have an opportunity to score, look for your shot. There's three other things that you need to do at a very elite level to get on the floor, and he was able to do that.
He knows the Michigan State system.
Activated.
Thomas. Towns the tip right to Akins. 3-point lead for Sparty. 4 to go. Holloman snaking inside and backs it out.
But be surprised to see a lob on the backside if Carl works his way to the baseline. They might try to look over the top of the zone. Ooh, they had an opportunity there.
They had the duck inside. Richardson kick out to Akins. Nails a three.
Touch, he goes to the right hand, Jay, and knocks it home.
Well, single coverage, he can take his time. And he's got Zapawa on his back. He hasn't been able to get an angle to the basket, but he can just shoot right over. He wants to get to that left hand.
It's Dickinson 6 and Michigan State nothing. 2 minutes and 40 seconds in. Akins. And he knocks it down. He's
for him and for this Niagara offense. 3 for 4, all from 3. Here's Zapawa. Transferred in from Longwood. If this is your first time seeing the Spartans. Here's Davis. Back out it goes to Adelaide. The 3 rebounded by Akins.
A really good job by Kohler sprinting. They missed him.
Yeah, he had Adelaide sealed on that right block. Here's Kohler. Shot clock at 10. Akins around the Cooper screen. Oh, a little crossover. Got him some spin. Adelaide for 3. And the rebound for Jaden Akins.
Excellent block out by Akins there too, Kevin.
Akins weaving all the way to the rim for an easy 2. He's got 10-point game. Michigan State up late first half. On the cut, Akins gets in front of the rim and floats it over. Tipped and taken away. Turnover to Michigan State. Numbers drive to the rim. Good for Akins.
So many Division I games going on. You saw the starting lineups there. It's going to be fun. Immediately off the break, Michigan State takes the one-on-one challenge with Fears. And that time, Fears is going to be outnumbered. But here comes Akins quickly the other way. Scoop and score. Light, and so does Abdi Bashir as he finally gets one to drop, that time from the right corner. Akins has it, top of the key. Decides not to use the screen from Zapawa. Is going to pull up, and it's good. Jaden. It's the first one to drop, second one won't go, back iron. Ball tipped around, back into the hands of Akins. He's gonna fire a three, it's good! Jaden Akins heating up in the...
Back down any of the 5 on the court right now for Monmouth.
And a bigger lineup in for Tom Izzo right now, with Cooper, Carr, and Kohler all in. Akins reads the screen, takes it all the way inside, count it, and the foul.
Points and 4 rebounds on the night so far.
Durr working on Fierce, had it stripped by the weak side of Richardson. It's Richardson once again over to Akins. 19-point Spartan lead. Richardson has it up top. Motion over now for Akins. He'll take it all the way to the rack and score.